Hey, Shalom, Akim, Shalom. First thing and foremost, I want to give all praises and glory and honor that's due to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakakadash. Double honors unto the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and blessings and salutation to the hopeful elect. Those in the gospel broad, lifting up the standard of Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, wherever it may be. It's Akim Mahaloya coming back with another lesson. Lord's will be edifying. I wanted to finally put this to rest, man. This whole flat earth nonsense. Like a lot of you jakes, man. Boy, like Apostle Ramlab say, boy, oh boy, you guys, man, you're just hell bent on the fact of trying to debunk something which you can't even really prove the earth. Well, you can actually prove the earth is flat, okay? I mean, but none of you have took a rocket and went into outer space. But through the context of the scriptures, you guys, man, try to substantiate that the earth is flat because the scriptures go upon, say it sits upon pillars. Well, you have to understand what pillars means in the world or in the Hebrew, okay, or in proper context, okay, because like certain scriptures, well, a lot of scriptures have what they call duality meanings to them, multifold meanings, okay, and you can find that, I believe, in Wisdom of Solomon, okay. You got precepts that stick at face value, but they have underlining meanings too. Like a pillar goes into like a strong support or like a ruler almost, okay, like John the 14th chapter when they say that the Most High I created many mansions for you. Okay, that's manifold because it is going into the other planets and the other worlds that we have in what they would consider space. All right, but we call them the heavens. Okay, the vaults of the heavens, because like if you think of a tent or a canopy or a vault, if you go into the context of the scriptures, it goes into how the universe is expanding. Okay, scientists have found evidence of planets popping up in different solar systems that's being created. Like the scriptures say, the God is the God of the living, not of the dead. So we're constantly creating, okay? So it's not a literal canopy that you have a so-called enclosed compass like I went into yesterday. Instead, the earth does have a protective barrier, a dome, so to speak, over it, which goes into pretty much the atmosphere, okay, to protect certain gases from getting into the earth, so to speak, and it burns up pretty much any particular threat like asteroids, meteors, comets before it hits our atmosphere. Okay, but you guys make it seem like it's a half a spear, you know, like we on some type of cake plate. No, that's not the case, and the scriptures don't prove that, okay? Because you got to understand when men wrote the Bible, oftentimes they used certain languages that was easy to describe at that time, okay? Because you go into the concept of the Greeks, they found out the case of the spherical earth. All right, they did the whole testing of ships and so forth disappearing over the horizon, and people said, well, you can't use that. Well, how come you can't use it? Okay, same thing about night and day. How the hell you gonna have night and how the hell you gonna have night and day on one side or on this side if the earth was flat? Okay, like if I was, let's just say if I was in a room without walls, right? And I had a light on in this particular room, but that room was dark. Don't you know that that light was shining to the dark room and it will illuminate it to some degree? So you can't use that and you can't say that, okay? So you jakes, man, you have to understand the context because and this what's the name, Mari? And there's always you guys that have no type of content. You guys never have any content. You have no videos, okay? But you can come on here and scoffing. He may not have been scoffing. He may have been sincere on what he was trying to defend. And I mean, if you're sincere, then I can't knock you because you're supposed to defend what you believe in. I mean, scriptures say earnestly contend for the faith, right? So, I mean, you got to give him credit on that. But at the same time, man, bro, you're wrong, okay? Because he said he's talking about leveling the whole earth. And I got something that's going to put this shit to rest, man. After that, we've been through this before. It's to the point, and I was like, damn, we haven't went into this in some years. You know, we were just breaking down, standing on a sea of glass, etc. But when you go into Revelation and it goes into the angel standing at the four corners of the earth, okay, for one thing, oh, see, that's talking about a flat plane. No, man, that just goes into north, east, west, and south. Okay, it's not no literal corner that they're just posted. No, north, east, west, and south. When it says the four corners, that's all it means. It's the north, the east, the west, and the south. Like I said, when they put things in certain terms in the ancient world, they have to relate to the specific audience or to the specific terms that they're describing. Like John the Revelator, he didn't when he saw America being destroyed, he said like a great millstone. Okay, well, in Esdras, when it go into Second Esdras 16 about the arrows, it didn't say ICBMs, it said arrows. Okay, so you got to put yourself in that mindset at that particular time on the type of verbiage that the prophets used. You see, and you guys, you don't know how to do that. All right, so I hit him with Isaiah 40 and 22 because when you go to Amos, I believe 8 or Amos 9, when it goes into the stories of heaven, okay, and see, Esau gets slick, man. Okay, he changes up a lot. That's why you got to do research on etymology of root words, but also it goes into the spheres. It says the root word was spheres or planets. You see, but see, Esau, man, he changes things up. This is why you got to do research. This is why the Blue Letter Bible is a good scriptural reference, but sometimes you have to go into the etymology of root words to understand what they mean, because I mean, you know, certain shit is just not straightforward. You know, and I don't even know why we're making an argument about this. I mean, regardless of that, I mean, is that going to equate in your salvation? Okay, I mean, is a spherical or flat earth going to equate with salvation? Because I hit it with a main point. I said, well, hey, dude, you had guys that taught that flat earth shit, right? But where are they now? Why didn't the Lord keep the spirit on them? Because that was a major stumbling block, because when you read it and you go into it, you would think like, oh, shit, well, it do make sense, you know, but no, man. The scriptures doesn't teach a flat earth or plane. No. Okay. And anyway, so he tried to hit me with Job 38 and 14. It says it's turned as clay to the seal, and they stand as a garment. He said a stamp is a circle, so you just cut yourself right there. But it says he's talking about leveling the whole earth. That is to make it flat if he take away the valleys and mountains. That's a weak argument, man. Okay, he says a tent needs what? It says a tent needs what to stand a level base, right? And he put a tent, and he taught some precepts here too. But see, one thing about this YouTube shit too, man, sometimes they don't allow scriptures to go in, man. So he typed a couple of precepts as well, but I don't know what happened. I don't know if he took them down, but I typed a few precepts, and then pretty much it cut what he said, because I'm like, I can hit you Isaiah 40 and 22. It says, he that sitteth upon the circle of the earth. You go into that word circle, it goes into compass, and you do have spherical compasses out there, but also when you go and break the word down, it goes into spears. All right. It says, he that sitteth upon the circle of the earth, and the inhabitants thereof are as grasshoppers, man. Okay. It says he stretched out the heavens as a curtain and spread them out as a tent that I dwell in. Okay. So people think that's actually talking about a canopy, so to speak. Okay, and you can say that, but oftentimes, man, if you really put it into layman's terms and you actually understand common sense, I mean, that means that the universe is constantly expanding. Okay, Esau said that, even the Most High said that, who can search out the heavens? Okay, and my thing is, if the heavens wasn't expanding, then you would be able to search them out, but the heavens are continually expanding. Okay, and that's for a purpose. That's why we say that the kingdom of heaven is going to be dope. We have no type of clue as to the Most High, what he has out there, man. You know, we in for a huge treat. We just got to get through this hellhole first, you know. So Job 30 and 14, a stamp is a circle. So let's go into it, man. All right. So I did a compass spear, and okay, you have spherical compass here. Okay, you got north, west, east, and south. All right. So, I mean, you have different types of compasses here, but you have a spear in the form, or a compass in the form of a spear. Well, let's get a couple precepts here. I did a search on Proverbs 8, and I'm going to start at verses 27. And I looked it up in the New King James Version online too. And it says here, when he prepared the heavens, when he prepared the heavens, I was there. And when he set a compass upon the face of the depth, he established the clouds above, and he strengthened the foundations of the deep. All right, now you go over to the right. It says he prepared the heavens. It says, when I was there, he drew a circle on the face of the deep. It said a circle. It says, and he established the clouds above, when he strengthened the fountains of the deep. Okay, it says a circle. So let's go into it. All right, so that word compass in the Hebrew goes into what it says, which means a circle, circuit, compass, right? The vault of heavens, right? So let's go here and look up what compass is. It says, okay, it says a scope, range, extent, reach, span, breadth, width, orbit, ambit, stretch, limits, confines, parameters, extremities, bounds, boundary area, field, sphere. Okay, this is the point we want to make. Sphere, zone, and domain. Okay, it says sphere. So, I mean, that you can't get around that. No matter how much they try to hide the fact, you can't get around it. Okay, and it's just what it is. So, Proverbs 8:27. Let's go to the book of Job, 26th chapter. Because, I mean, he tried to use that argument too. But see, he cut himself with that argument because if he knew any better, what is it, Job 26 and... Yep, 26 and 8. 26 and 7. Matter of fact, he didn't go into this. I went into this. I actually typed this. It says, he stretched out the north over the empty place, and he hangeth the earth on nothing. Okay? So if the earth was on pillars, why the hell did you just say he hung it on nothing? You see what I'm saying? So that's why you got to understand how to put certain things in proper context. It says he hung the earth on nothing. It says he stretches out the north over empty space. According to flat earth, there is no space. Oh, there's no such thing as space, brother. That ain't no space. You got people that believe that there's no space, or there's no type of what Esau called it, a vacuum, or whatever you want to call it. But you got people that really believe there's no other constellations outside of our earthly domain. You know, and they feel like the other planets are talking about stars and all that other stuff. I mean, we reading it here. It says he stretched out the north over an empty place, and he hanged the earth upon nothing. That's the image you see on Google. Now people would scoff at that and say, oh man, that ain't the real earth. Okay, but even if that is Photoshop, it was a video that came out a while back, and they were showing chariots sifting in and out of the earth. And if you look at the earth in its form, it was a sphere. Even if the Google shit is off. Okay, but it was a video that came out a while ago that those, matter of fact, I might be able to find it. But you saw chariots and so forth in outer space, but it was like a black and white photo, but you can see the curvature of the earth. That's why when you're doing surveying and stuff like that, and I know that because I do it. You're doing surveying and shit, you got to get things to the particular degree because the earth's curvature. Like you have a curvature here, you have a curvature there. Even when they're building bridges, when you anchoring in a bridge, how the hell you think they get able to get the bridge at a certain height of level? Because they go off the curvature of the earth. Even if you go to sniping school, they teach you how to angle certain shots because of the curvature of the earth, man. All right, so what part of that don't you guys get? You had one bug out that went as far as attaching himself to a rocket and try to shoot himself in outer space, and he fucking blew up in midair, man. I mean, dude, it's this dog. Look, at the end of the day, man, Yahweh Bashim Yahushua gonna reveal everything, you know. But we going off the scriptures, and we gonna have faith in the scriptures. If you want to have a useless, pointless argument about some flat earth nonsense, then that's on you, man. We're not gonna entertain that thought no more. I'm not entertaining it because we've done videos on this shit years ago. It ain't my fault you didn't get the memo or the breakdown, bro. All right. And it says here, he stretched out the north over an empty place, or over empty space. He hanged the earth on nothing. We could close the book on that. It says he bonded up the waters in the thick clouds, and the clouds is not rent under them. And he holded back the face of the throne and spread it out this clouds upon it. And he have compassed the waters with bounds until the day and night come to an end. Okay. It says the pillars of heaven tremble. So wait a minute. Heaven is on pillars too? You don't get it, man. All right. Jake be reaching. All right. I think it was another precept I wanted to go into. Yep. And this is another verse 10. It says he can pass the waters with bounds until the day and night come to an end. So my thing is this: if that was a flat earth, then it wouldn't mention any particular day and night. That show you that day and night is broken up into two periods, man. You see what I'm saying? So if the flat earth was flat, if the earth was flat, I should be able to go up in a plane and see across the ocean, and I should be able to see daylight there. I should be able to see the sun in the sky. You can't. Okay, and that's another thing. All right, and we went into Isaiah 40 and 22 as well, but that word circle goes into compass, which we broke down as being spear. Now you try to use Revelation 2, 7 and 1. This is where they get simple. It says, and after these I saw 4 angels standing on the 4 corners of the earth, holding the 4 winds of the earth, that the wind should not blow on the earth, or on the sea, nor any tree. Okay, so my point is this: north, east, west, and south is not talking about literal corners or pillars, man. That's the case out of all the earthquakes and shit. And that could be, you know, I mean, that could be minuscule, but no, the Most High created the earth in space, man. Okay, that's the whole power of the Lord. Okay, but while you saying the earth is flat and all that other shit, there's no other domain, you're limiting the power of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, man. You can't do that. All right. Let me see if I can find that video. Oops. Outer space. Come on, baby. Outer space. See if I can find that old video. It's an old video, came out. I seen it actually like sometime last year, but UFOs outer space. Oh, no, that's not it. No, that's not it. UFOs. Yeah. From space. It was an old video, man, kind of old, and they showed like the chariots and shit going around the earth, but the earth was pretty much around. It showed you the spherical form. It showed you the curvature, but it was black. It was like a black and white photo. You know what I'm saying? And this video probably came out a few years ago. So, outer space, UFOs. Esau may have taken it down. UFOs. Damn, this is the time that I will need the video to kind of seal a deal. But I mean, the scriptures did it on his own, but still. Excuse me. Space when we sound like spotted. No, not that. Come on, baby, you gotta find it. Yeah, this devil may have taken it down. That's crazy because I was just watching a video like not even a whole year ago, but it's been up for some time. UFOs. UFOs. I think they took that down, brother. Salakia, but brother seen the video. They probably know what I'm talking about. Is this it? I don't think that's it. No, this is not it, but it's similar to it. But even then, you still see the curvature. But even with this video, this is not the video I was talking about, but you can still see the curvature though. You know, people are like, well, you don't know the curvature. Well, you got to go up high. For one thing, you're not up high enough, you know, but that's not the video. But I mean, it was similar to it, but the other one did it real justice. But it's all good because the scriptures prove that. We don't even need the video. The scriptures prove what it proves. So I'm going to end it there, brothers, giving all praises and glory and honor that's due to Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. With that, shalom and a baba ball.